Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hey, Steve. Hey, Jack. How you doing? Right, so I've kind of got this live stream together. Well, I wasn't planned. I just thought I'd get it going because I think I need to clarify my position on a few things. Because I've had a lot of people today unsubscribing due to me going to that Nick Tenconi UKIP rally on Saturday. So I'm going to put this on screen for start off with, so we can kind of start to build up a profile of my mentality of what I think about things. So I believe in this. I will always stand beside you, behind you, or in front of you, but we're most powerful when we fight together. That is something everybody in this movement should believe in, because you can bet your bottom dollar that's what our political enemies believe in. They believe in this too. And without this, there's no way in hell that we can go up against our political enemies. We really can't. We have to have this mentality in everything. And saying that, I want to clarify my position, because a lot of people will say, oh, you're in with UKIP now, you're a UKIP supporter. Yes, with caveats. So unlike others, UKIP has to keep delivering. They have to keep delivering. They have to keep making me believe that they're the party that can surpass reform and change this country. Now, I know there's other parties out there. I do. I realise that. And if you want to support those other parties, go for it. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't vote for these other parties or anything like that. I will tell you not to vote for the Reform Party, and there's a reason for that. That's because the Reform Party is provably, now it's in government, now it's not, well, you know what I mean, now it's in Parliament. It's starting to prove to us what it would be like in government. Before, we didn't have any test or proof what the reform would do if it got into the House of Parliament and what it would do. We do now. With all the other parties, they're still untested. So the jury's still out on a lot of these parties, including UKIP. And like I've said in my live streams before, you should treat political parties like utility companies. That if they deliver poor service, they no longer deliver what you want, then you switch. You switch to another party that is going to give you what you want. We can't be tied to this petty tribalism anymore. Tribalism has left us into the situation, hasn't it? You've only got to look at the tribalism of the Conservative Party and the Labour Party for the past, 150 years. What's it actually done for us, the people? Nothing. This tribalism has just, it's either Labour or the Tories. That's the only choice we had. We can ill afford that type of tribalism in this country anymore. We really can't. And that's what's led us into the situation that we're in at the moment. This is what's led us into the decline of this country. We just vote for the whatever party out of blind loyalty, rather than on the basis of what they actually deliver. We can't afford to vote that way anymore. Now, having said that, I have very little faith in the political system as it is, the way we are governed, the way we vote, the way government is run, and that sort of thing. I have very little faith in that whatsoever. The only reason that I'm going to the UKIP rally is to cover it for my channel, and because I want to stand side by side with patriots against our political enemies who will be out there in force, which will be probably hope not hate, stand up to racism, all the others. I'm going out there to stand with my fellow patriots to make a difference, to show that political opposition that they do have opposition and they have a voice. That's what I'm doing it for. Because I got accused today of going to that rally on Saturday purely because I believe in the system. Now, anybody that's watched my channel for any length of time will know that's not me. That I don't believe in the system whatsoever. I think that we need a party that is going to go in there and tear this old system down and replace it with something new, because that's what we desperately need. That's what I believe in. I just want to clear that up. If it turns out that UKIP, and I'm not saying they will, I'm not saying they won't, if UKIP turns out not to deliver the things that I want to deliver over the next 4 years, I will leave them behind. Because I've been down that road with the Reform Party. We believed everything they said and they delivered nothing. That's how we have to be. That's the mentality you have to be with every single political party. I have no loyalty to any political party. They have to convince me that they're the party that I should vote for. If they don't do that, I won't vote for them. It's as simple as that. I have no loyalty to any political party, only on the basis that they deliver what I want when I want it. So if it turns out Nick Tenconi does, by some miracle, get into government at the next general election, I don't think he will. I think it's going to take him some time to build up UKIP and get to that point. But he will make strides forward. I think he will. But if they don't deliver, then there's no point voting for them. That's the way I look at every single political party. You have to convince me that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Now, for the minute, Nick Tenconi is doing that. He's getting out on the street. He's getting out amongst us, the people, and he's standing side by side with us. Now, saying that, Paul Golding is doing exactly the same with Britain First. He's getting out there on the street with the people. He's doing exactly the same thing. So that's my stance on all of this. I'm not blindly following any political party at all. My allegiance can change just like that on the basis that they don't deliver what they say they're going to deliver. I hope that clears things up for everybody. The reason I'm going down to that protest is to network. It is also to network, to get in touch with the patriots, to build, relationships and stuff like that, and basically bring what's happening at that protest to you, my subscribers, because this is a boots on the ground channel. I'm not going to be sat behind a computer talking about things all the time. I like to get out there and I like to stand toe to toe against our political enemies too. This gives me the opportunity because it's the first time that I've had a big protest like this anywhere near me. Yep, there's ones in Sheffield, but for the time being, I can't go to the ones in Sheffield because they do get a little bit spicy and there's certain equipment that I need to buy before I can go to those protests, mainly a stab-proof vest, because I've heard, stories about protesters having near misses with knives out there and stuff like that. So for the minute, Sheffield's off limits. I will be doing them eventually. There's plenty of anti-pro-Palestine marches that go on. There's counter-protests and stuff like that can go on in Sheffield. I will be doing that eventually. But for the time being, this one down in Nottingham is the first one that's come really close to me that I can cover. That's a pretty big protest. And I can see for myself what Nick Tenconi is like, because I've only ever seen him online. I want to get an impression of him myself, of what he's like. That's all I want to do in all of this. I hope that clears things up, and I hope people understand why I'm doing it. Like I said, this is a boots on the ground channel. I'm not going to sit behind a computer being a keyboard warrior. I like to get out on the street and stand side by side with fellow patriots and show the lefties that they do have opposition. Now, people, like the title of this live stream is, we are in an ideological war. And whether you like it or not, you're in that ideological war. You're a soldier in an ideological war. Now, how you choose to fight this war is completely up to you. For some people, it will be on the front line like me, going to protests and standing toe to toe with the far left. For others, it will be sharing videos like this. It will be sharing the live streams because they physically can't go to these protests. And that is no less important than being on the front line itself. You're still doing your part. You're still doing what needs to be done. It's liking, it's sharing, it's subscribing, not just to me, to others as well. to everybody. All the channels, liking and sharing and subscribing to other channels like mine, boosting them up and giving others a voice as well. That's what it's all about. Everybody's in this. Every single person is in this. And how you choose to fight this war is completely up to you. It really is. But we're all in it together. Like the thing says, I will stand beside you, behind you, or in front of you. But we're most powerful when we fight together. And that is true. There's no doubts about that whatsoever. And like the picture shows, it's a wolf pack. And a wolf pack that doesn't act as a team, it doesn't fight together, it doesn't hunt together, is doomed. It will die off. And that's just basic facts. That's when you're in the military as well. If you're not a team player, if you go out there and your team is no good and your team doesn't communicate with one another or act as one when you're actively going out there to fight, you won't be effective. You will not be effective, and you'll most likely get everybody killed. Everybody will die. I know I'm being a bit preachy today, but I just want to get it out there. My stance on things, my mentality, and the way I see the world and how I think. Now, saying that, we need to look at this as well, because these people have just come out of nowhere and they're doing a really great job. So I want to highlight these as well. They're on X at the minute. They're called We Are the Shield, and you can see what they stand for here. The Shield is a national child protection movement led by outlaw bikers and community members dedicated to safeguarding children from abuse, exploitation. Our brotherhood operates across Great Britain, driven by honour, discipline, and a mission to rectify systematic failures. We serve vulnerable children and their families and communities, focusing on high-risk areas where predators thrive. Our team consists of dedicated individuals from diverse backgrounds, united by a commitment to ensure that no child faces danger alone. Go and find these people and go and give them help. They're not asking for donations or anything like that. They're actually asking for volunteers. Volunteers, you find them in your area, you can get involved and help these people out in any way you can. And I know there's going to be some questions because people are going to come and say, well, are these people vigilantes? Are they just thugs? Well, they answer that question themselves in this comment here. We're here not to cause chaos. We're here to build a lawful professional civil defence network to protect the vulnerable. The Shield is fully legal, fully insured, and structured with safeguarding policies, training, and oversight. So basically, they're doing the job of the police, which is why they made this statement as well. They say this: regardless of views of those who support us, our mission, we must stay committed to what we initially had set out to do. Safeguard our children, our women, and the vulnerable. Important notice: it is imperative we emphasise that we maintain strict independence from any political party or public figure. Our organisation is strictly dedicated to the critical mission of safeguarding our children and women. So the reason they're saying this is basically, this is without fear or favour. They're apolitical. They have no political belief. Their sole purpose is to protect the community and the people within it. This is how our police force should be operating, but they don't. So go get behind these people. Go find them on X. They're called We Are the Shield. Get behind them. This is how fast they're growing as a movement. This is how desperate people are for something like this. Yesterday, they were on 450 followers on X. Today, they're well over 21,000 followers on X. They are growing rapidly because people are desperate. People want this type of thing. People want to feel safe in their communities, and our police force just isn't offering that anymore. They're not. They're political, and they will police the communities in a political way. they will discriminate against you if you're a certain skin color. If you're a white native Brit, then they will discriminate against you. If you get assaulted whilst at a protest and it's a particular minority group within the community that's done the assaulting, they'll turn a blind eye to it and they'll say, oh, yeah, whatever. But on the other hand, if it's a white, straight male that is simply defending themselves from somebody that's attacking them, they will get arrested. That is a police force we don't need. That is something that's ineffective and it's broken. Right, I'm going to take a look at some of the comments. Right, we'll have a look at Steve first because Jack's just saying, oh, Tommy Robinson. So yeah, okay, Jack, go for it. Yes, they're doing the job of the police, as in without fear and favour, exactly. And this was always going to happen, Steve. This was always going to happen in this country. The failures of the police, the failures of our authorities would always breed a movement where the people would start to protect themselves in their communities because the police simply refuse to do it. I don't know what Jack is on about. True Wolves are the best team players, exactly. So look at some of the comments up here because I've missed a few of them. Let's have a look. This be extremely careful, as in Nottingham thing will attract the militant student trannies and their Antifa friends. So watch out and be aware that not police are on the leftist side. Yeah, they will be on their side. They definitely will be on their side. That's why I've got the body cam. That's why I've got the security body cam. I'll actually show it. See, I'll get on camera and I'll show it you. Go switch the camera on. Right, so I don't know if you can see that. That's the body cam. That's the body cam I'm taking to the. I think it's got a little screen on the back, so we can do instant playbacks of any incidents or anything like that to the police. But this is my lifeblood. Obviously, I will be getting a stab-proof vest at some point as well. But this is essential because this has got it's 12 to 13 hours recording time on this, and that is going to go on the minute the protest actually starts, and it won't come off until it's finished. Mainly because I want to capture everything. So if anything does happen and for some reason I haven't got my camera on me or I can't get my camera out in time, this little baby will catch it all. It's got 360 vision on it, so it's got a wide angle lens on it to capture absolutely everything. It records automatically, so that's great. So yeah, this is an essential piece of kit, and I don't understand why more people don't have them when they go to these protests. These are invaluable. The memory card is actually inside this. It's you can't get at it. You can't get the memory card, and yeah, it's invaluable. That sort of thing. It's just for your own protection as well, because if you do have to defend yourself, then you've got it all on camera, and and it's also time stamped as well. Everything. So from the time I'm recording, it will be time stamped to the proper time as well. I'll look at some of this. A few more comments. Yeah, and that's the issue, isn't it, Nathan? Keir Starmer is the most anti-British Prime Minister ever, worst PM ever. Yeah, he is. And he's got an agenda, and we have to stand against it. Yes, I know, Vince. I've just had an idiot crash an unregistered motorbike into a dumpster. But try and get part of the police office into the street to do anything. They won't do anything, mate. They're too busy out policing the internet, aren't they? I think a lot of people about, there's not many people watching tonight. I think there's a lot of people out getting drunk because of the weather. I don't blame them, really. Right. I know this isn't a particularly very long stream, but that's all I've got to say, really, on all of this. I just wanted to clarify a few things, that's all. So I'm going to call it a night and end the live stream here. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Vindicator, signing off.